Hi guys, I'm Imperial Ash and welcome to my channel. Today we are starting the 100 baby challenge. Basically it's a big challenge where you have 100 babies in as few generations as you possibly can. I'm going to be taking it a little bit slower since I haven't really gotten to use or try out many of the toddler benefits in parenthood, so I want to explore that a bit. So it'll probably be a pretty slow start. Eventually we will get to 100 babies. So we're going to start the challenge off with Noelle here. She is going to be our first sim. As you can see that she is already pregnant. I did build a house already and gotten her some interactions with some male sims just to get started. She does have a little bit of money in savings from painting. You cannot have a job in this challenge, so she's going to have to get really good at painting, writing, basically anything that you can do to make money from home without having to leave the house. You're not going to really be able to leave the house other than to meet new male sims so that you can have more babies. Okay, so in this challenge we are able to pick the first sim's aspirations. After that, for each child they do have to be randomized, and I've already set up a Google Doc with 100 sets of randomized traits that we can use for the children as they come. So for her traits, I did decide to go with the big happy family trait, and she is domestic sim. I thought that that would be a good start because she's basically primed to be like a super parent. So it's a good place to get started on this challenge where we're going to have so many babies. I also made her family oriented, creative, which I thought would be really nice to have as far as painting and writing. You know, we have to be able to make money to support all of these babies, so that would be a good way to do that. And I also did cheerful with the hope that we won't have to kind of mess with her needs too often once we start having all these babies come in, and they're going to require most of the attention. So we don't want to spend all of our time taking care of her needs and then ignoring the children. This is Noelle. She's just going to be our starting sim here. She is pregnant already. I did get a small start. I built a small starter house for her, and she has already met a few male sims. Right now she is pregnant with Jacques' baby, and she's in her first trimester still, so I haven't done too much after getting her pregnant with the first baby. So we're gonna go in and go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is our starter home. It's not anything special, just kind of did, you know, the most basic of basic things that you can do. Wanted there to be a lot of windows so that we had a lot of light. Hopefully that can help us cut down on bills a little bit. So this is just the outside, and then when you go inside, we do kind of have a little bit of a living room area, her painting area, a very small, very basic kitchen, and then a very small but basic bathroom as well. I did leave some room in the bathroom so that eventually we can fit some toddler hotties in there. And then there is room here as well. I thought I would get a desk at some point, but I didn't want to start out the challenge with basically no money. Just as we're getting a start and a feel for it, I would rather be focusing on figuring out what the best way to interact with the baby, so on and so forth, without having to worry too much about getting money. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start out the day, and we are going to have her do a landscape painting. She is pretty high in her painting level already. I think she's level 6, so hopefully it won't take too long for us to get to the top tier, and then she can, you know, do masterpiece paintings, which definitely give the most money possible. So I'm going to go ahead and just fast forward this a bit, because sitting here watching her paint isn't exactly the most interesting thing to watch. Okay, perfect. So it's done now. So I'm going to have her go to the bathroom really quickly. And then I'm going to have her sell her painting. The one big expense I do have in this house, actually there's two. The first one is this trash can. I decided to go ahead and get this one specifically because for every item that you throw away into the trash can, it takes how many people you have in your house and multiplies it by $10. So once we start having a full home, we'll get $80 per piece of trash. So that's going to be a really easy, quick way to make some money. The other item, which wasn't too expensive, is the bed. I did want her to have a more comfortable bed so that hopefully she can get a better night's sleep. We are going to do a confident painting as well. She does have some aspirations over here. Don't want to do that. So she does want to paint a masterpiece, so that would be pretty cool. We're not going to buy an instrument because that's not really a way to make money. Okay, so she's painting some more, so I'm going to go back and fast forward again. Okay, perfect. So the painting is done. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to sell it to a collector. And then she's not too hungry yet, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea at least to get a couple things cooked, and then we can put it in the fridge and we'll have ready-made meals. So let's do, let's go ahead and do mac and cheese, and we'll do family size so that she has a good selection of meals. And this is also good because it'll get her cooking skill up. It's probably a good thing for her to have when we have a full house of people. And we want to make sure she doesn't burn down the house while trying to cook for those kids. So, and then we will go ahead as well and have her make now let's do some eggs and toast, because then we have like a lunch thing and then we have like a breakfast thing as well, so kind of a variation in meals that she can make if she wants to. And we're going to put that immediately in the fridge because we don't want it to go bad. Oh, cute little, oh, look at her hair. That is so cute. So cute. Okay. Anyways, back to Noelle here. She's just eating away. Kind of seems like she's talking to herself a little bit. But you know, when you live alone, you gotta do what you gotta do. So when she's done eating, we want to make sure that we're stopping her from washing the plate, because we do want her to set it down so that we can throw it away and get the money from that trash can for the piece of garbage. Another thing that you can do, which I've never tried but I've heard, is you can get water, and then when they set that down you can throw that away as well and it still counts. So that's kind of nice as well, since that doesn't cost us any money to get money. I eventually do want to do some updates, probably in putting in the desk at least to start, and then maybe the TV and that kind of stuff in the kitchen. I mean, obviously it all needs to be upgraded, but we just need to decide what is the priority. When we do start having multiple babies, we're gonna need a bedroom, one for her and ideally one for the babies, but we'll see how that goes. To start, I'll probably at least put the babies in with her, and then maybe make a room for toddlers and put a bunch of toys and that kind of stuff in there so that they can get the skills that they need. So part of this challenge is that you can't just automatically age up your kids. So the baby, you have to wait until it's their birthday. And we're going to go ahead and throw that up in there. So the baby, you have to wait until it's their birthday. And then toddlers, they have to be at level 3 for each of their skills before you can age them up. And then once they become a child, they have to get an A in school before they can be aged up. The same applies to teenagers. They have to have an A in school, and then they can become a young adult. Once they're a young adult, we move them out. The only case in which we can't move a sim out when they become a young adult is if we only have the one girl. There always has to be one daughter in the house. In case anything were to happen to Noelle, then that girl would have to take over for the challenge. She seems like she's concentrating very hard on it, and she's thinking about the baby. So she is in her second trimester now. So, and the painting is done, so we're gonna sell that. It won't be too long before she does have that first baby. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and paint one more painting, and then I'm going to call another guy that we have already met and invite him over so that she can get to know him better, and then once she has the baby, she will be ready to try for another baby as well. So let's see, who did we meet? So this is the father of this first baby. I wanted to get him as the first father because he is an elder, so he could die in theory at any time, so we wanted to make sure that we had a baby with him before he died. I think next will probably be Dennis for the same reason. We want to make sure we're getting the chance to have babies with as many of the male Sims as possible before it's too late. The game does automatically generate new Sims, so hopefully, you know, that will start to take place, and I fully expect to have to add more male Sims into the city to help with that, because I don't think there's going to be enough either way. Okay, so now we're going to call someone over, see if they want to hang out. We're going to call Dennis Kim and see if he wants to hang out with us for a little bit so we can get to know him better. And then we're also going to go to the bathroom really quick. Her need isn't too high now, but we want to be able to chain together as many interactions with Dennis as we can, and not have to take a potty break in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to compliment his appearance. Actually, no, that's too soon. So we are going to talk about cooking. We're going to propose a crazy scheme. We're going to do an impression. People like funny, right? People like funny people. And then we're going to discuss his interests. We want to make sure that we're giving him attention to make him like us. Then we're going to get to know him. So far they seem to be getting along pretty good, so that's good. We're going to tell him an unbelievable story. We're going to show off our muscles. We're going to joke about politicians. I'm going to stay away from the feeling the baby thing. That seems like that might make him not want to have a baby with us. So we're going to brighten his day. We are going to share ideas. And then what else can we do? Let's tell a joke about mimes. I mean, why not, right? Let's see. So we're going to compliment his outfit, and then maybe we'll do just a little bit of flirting. So we'll just try to compliment his appearance and see how that goes. If that goes well, then maybe we will flirt with him a little bit. So let's see how he reacts to us complimenting him. He liked it. Okay, good. So he might be up for more. So let's do a bold pickup line. And then we're going to ask him if he's single. We're going to flirt. He is single. Okay, good. We're not going to be breaking up any relationships. We're going to flirt with him. We're going to... why not? Let's embrace him. And... what else? Hold his hands, right? Okay, so what else? Oh, first kiss. So we're going to try our first kiss with him. Let's see how that goes. Perfect. Okay, he liked that. Awesome. So let's tell him an unbelievable story. We will confess attraction. Kiss his hands, because, you know, that's cool. We're not going to woohoo. Oh, actually, that reminds me that, so I do have the MC Command Center on my computer. However, for the challenge, you are not allowed to use any cheats or anything that would benefit you, such as using Motherlode to get more money or anything like that. You can only use the money that you earn. So I'm not going to be using any cheats. I just have it mostly because once we start having all the kids, they're going to randomly be just in kind of weird outfits, because that's generally how it happens. So I want to be able to customize their hair. I'm not going to be changing hair colors or anything like that, but maybe just like the style of it as well as their clothes. So we have a little bit more ability to make them look a little bit more how we might want them to, or at least put them in a decent outfit, because sometimes those outfits are just all out strange. So we're gonna let them just kind of talk, do their thing while she's eating, and then after she eats, I feel like we should start a flirty painting at least. And then we'll maybe ask him to leave for now, because she is still pregnant, so, you know, we can't try for another baby. So we might as well just wait at that point until we're a little bit closer. And then we'll invite him over again to hang out. And then after we do our flirty painting, I will put her to bed for a little bit. And I will probably end the episode here. This is our first episode. It is my first time doing anything for YouTube, so gonna keep it a little short and sweet and just kind of go from there. Okay, so as you can see, she did just get $10 for that plate. So it's taking care of the plate for us, and she is going ahead and starting the painting. I definitely know I have never seen this one before, but I kind of like it. I almost kind of wish we could keep it, but we're not going to keep them until we have a lot of money to back us up, so to speak. We want to make sure that we always have a decent amount of money so that we can buy whatever we may need for the kids. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to fast forward this just a little bit, because she is a very slow painter. Okay, cool. So he left on his own, so we don't have to kick him out. And she is actually about to level up her painting skill as well. So maybe I'll go ahead and just level her up first. I actually really like that painting. Like, look at that. Cool. Okay, so we're going to sell it. Let's see. Cool, so we got $260 for that, so we made $160 on that painting. And then we are going to do, while she's confident, I think we should do a confident painting. And she's got a little while still before, yeah, so she has 2 hours before she will actually pass out. So we might as well take advantage of that and at least get it started. And again, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. Oh, okay. Apparently she likes to fart while she is painting. Alright, so anyways, what I was saying is that I'm going to fast forward it a little bit while she's doing this. I know that watching her paint over and over again can be quite tedious, but we kind of got to get that part going so that we can have some money. I feel like once we start having a ton of babies, it's going to be a lot more difficult to find time to be able to paint. So I want to do as much of it as I can now before things get kind of insane. Okay, perfect. So we made $157 on that. She's quite tired at this point, so I am going to put her to sleep. Alright, so we're just getting her skills back up. And I think I'm probably going to end it here, guys. Thank you so much for checking out my first video. I will continue this series and put up another video soon. Hopefully we'll be able to give birth to our first baby in that episode, and we can get really started on this 100 baby challenge. Have a great night, guys. Bye.